Anyway, that doesn't really pique my interest because thinking about her in that way kind of pedophilia, because she's like a woman that's in her 20s, mid-20s, early 30s, going on. But she's in the body of a child. I mentioned this before. In earlier blogs, posts, whatever you want to call them. Honduras and Mexico, they have it a lot. It's the reverseism of gigantism. It's where you continue to get older, but physiologically you don't appear to be any older. Looking at, but I can't fathom the ordeal that they must deal with when going to get licensed or going to bars, if they go to bars, or buying cigarettes if they buy cigarettes, or any of that stuff that people look at you as a adult. Can you imagine a child going into the local Shell station or Circle K, Big Truck, whatever? Yeah, I'd like a pack of Marlboro 100 bread, blah, 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 blah. Oh, aren't you just a little cutie little thing? Oh, where's your mama? You're so cute. And see, that's what I'm saying. And believe it or not, here in Slidell, that happens more often than what you would think. If you're a little bitty tiny person like that, don't come to Slidell, Louisiana. Hell, don't come to Louisiana at all, because now I don't know this to be a fact, but I do hear rumors that in a lot of places in New Orleans. See, a lot of places in New Orleans that I've been to, I've not seen that happen, because there's not that very many people in New Orleans like that. But anyways, anyway, she go thinking of her in that manner is, I do love the women, but and yes, I admit it, I'm a motherfucker. I do admit that. I am a motherfucker, because I have fucked many mothers throughout my life. And so I admit I'm a motherfucker. But I'm not a sick, twisted, demeaning motherfucker that enjoys the presence or pleasure that comes from a child. And whenever you see someone like that, that's the first thing that comes to mind, because they do not look, because this person does not look like a woman or a full-grown adult and whatnot. They don't look at, and the body built and everything. That's another thing, because of the way they are, because of the way they are and whatnot. Like this one I'm talking about now, they get surgery enhancements to make them look more sexy, more like a Palladian doll, Barbie doll. That's it, Barbie doll. They get boob enhancements, they get tummy tucks, they get those eyes thinned out, and they do all that kind of stuff to look sexier, because they look very immature for their age, because they got this crippled illness on legally and metaphorically and physiologically, you can actually call what they have a disease, because it does prevent them from growing past a childhood body, So you can actually really look at it and say it is a disease, Unlike cancer. You want to get down to the bottom line of what cancer is not really a disease. Can't look it up. What is cancer really? Cancer is the byproduct and waste of dying cells in your body. Meaning your body's not healthy enough or strong enough to support the livability of those nerves, genes, whatever you want to call them. And when those cells die, that's cancer. Cancer is dying cells in the body. That's what cancer is. That's not, I'm sorry, but that's not a disease. That is not a disease. That's part of life. It's not a disease. Death is a part of life. Death is not a disease. So, cancer is really not a disease. Not really. Because that's what cancer is. Cancer is dying cells that are dying in the body. And the things events, and habits and whatnot that one puts through one's body can weaken the inner structure of the body, But there are exceptions. Hey, like me? I am going to live to see the year 2075. Yeah, I'll be in my 90s or whatnot, closer to 100 than anything, but I'm going to live to see 2075. The year 2075. And let's see, it's right now it's year 2021. That's what the year is now. March the 1st, I believe. And it is 5:15 p.m. with 60 degrees weather. But it doesn't feel like it. It feels like 53. You know. So says the Doppler radar and whatnot. But yeah, shit. Gotta be 15 inches from the curb. Oh, okay, they're not parking yet. Okay, boom. But anyways, yeah, so anyways, them call girls, they don't come here anymore. Yeah. But none of that, but see, like I was telling you, my high school and college days, I'm one of those kind of people that, if I'm not involved with the activity, you know, I mean, yeah, I watch movies and whatnot, because movies and whatnot are not real live events that you basically can take part in unless you're like a movie star or whatnot, you know. So, yeah. When it comes to football, I don't watch it because I don't do it anymore. Cage fighting, I don't do that no more, so I don't tend to watch it. Now boxing, I do take part in, but here lately, I've been out. Here lately, I've been MIA when it comes to boxing because I have a torn rotator cuff. But I still do try to stay very active, you know. So yeah, so yeah, that customer I had today with her titties flopping and everything, no big deal. But anyway, that one customer I was telling you about, she's a babysitter or whatnot for Lionel's family or whatnot, or something like that. I'm not really sure about that. I just know that she hangs with them a lot, and she comes in to do her laundry, you know, and whatnot. So she's always dressing real skimpy and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, she wants you to look. For one, where she works, the El Paso Mexican restaurant on Robert Road, which well, bottom line is, a place like that, the more skin you show, the bigger your tips, you know. So she like I said, she's always dressing like that, and I never look. I never have the desire to look. For one, looking at her is like looking at my niece when she's 12 years old, you know. And I raised my two nieces For a long time, yes, sir. Because my sister April, she got really sick after giving birth to the twins and whatnot. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. If you have anything going on with Old Town, you can't park here.
What?
If you have anything going on in Old Town, you can't park here.
We can't park here?
Not if you're going to the Dunes in Old Town, no.
Not even like for an hour?
No, ma'am, sorry. We have customers coming and going all the time. And that's what the space is reserved for.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm gonna be on that side, not on the laundry side.
Yeah.
Just for an hour.
But see, we own all of this. It's one building.
It's one.
That's our laundromat. That's our Latino market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, it's one building. And
Park right here?
uh,
Or is that a red zone?
you could park there, but you're having Dunes in Old Town.
It has what?
You're involving yourself in activity in Old Town, which requires long.
I know, but I could park right here because that's the street.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
everybody's parked there.
But what I'm saying is your vehicle cannot extend any part of the entry of the parking lot.
Oh,
Because that is,
No, I think it'll make it there.
well, if you can do it, go for it. But that is totally illegal. And I have no say so beyond that point. But I do know for a fact that if a boy in blue comes by and they don't like it, they give you a ticket, and it can be $500, it can be $1,200 to $1,500. And I've seen people get.
If it fits, I'll park there.
What's that, ma'am?
I said if it fits, I think I'll be fine there if I'm not in the entrance. I think I'll be fine there. I was thinking sooner.
I'll tell you why.
What?
We don't have cameras facing that way towards the back. There's plenty of room there in the back, right back there where the dumpster is.
Where the dumpster is?
Right there in the back lot.
Where the dumpster is?
Yeah, right there. See where the buckets are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I park in there for 1 hour?
I would, if Dennis says anything about it, I'll take the heat. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Just for an hour.
Yes,
so.
ma'am.
We're not going to be here
Yes,
for too
ma'am.
long.
I'll move the buckets and everything.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
ma'am. Me and my kind heart,
Yeah, go on duty in 2 hours. Come back and do it on Tuesday.
My uncle's governor.
What?
My uncle's governor. My uncle is the governor
Oh, yeah?
of Louisiana. I still have buddies from my unit, the Drug and Task Force, that are on Boys in Blue, that are still working for the Slidell PD. I served in Desert Storm. I did all that stuff.
Have fun.
But yeah, me and my generosity, the more I was talking with her, you heard me, the more.
I'm gonna come back in a little while. Full uniform.
If you work undercover, then you don't have a uniform, idiot.
A little tip for letting us stay.
Oh,
There you go. Go get yourself a soda or something.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, no, thank you. 'Cause I didn't know. I'm new here. I don't know.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I'm just gonna meet some family members right here.
We are, even though Dennis raised the price of our machines, everybody else did
No, I
too.
come to the liquor store a lot.
No, I mean, well, that's all Latino market.
Yeah.
But see, even though he raised the price a little bit on our machines, everybody else did, and apparently they raised their prices higher than us.
Okay.
So now we are once again the cheapest automat in town.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you.
And we are open.
And thank you for letting us park here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I really appreciate it.
Have a blessed day. Enjoy yourself. But yeah, and you know, that guy is a jokester, you know. I mean, I can tell right off the bat he's a fucking alcoholic. Anyways, my generosity. The more she spoke with me, the more she had those puppy dog eyes, you know. And I'm sorry, but I am such a sucker when it comes to those puppy dog eyes, you know. I can't do a good puppy dog, okay? I cannot do a good puppy dog look, you know. But I am such a sucker for that every time. Anyway, she gave me $10. She gave me $10 as a memento tip or whatever you want to call it, you know. Which I really didn't ask for, and I really don't need. But my dad taught me when I was a child. There's two things in life you never turn down. There's two things in life you never turn down. And that's pussy. You never turn down pussy. And you never turn down free money. And that's how, I mean, I'm pretty sure I told you about this before, but that's how we got a basement and hundreds of cats escaping from the basement. Because as I was going, because back in the 70s and 80s and whatnot, but I'd be going back and forth from school and whatnot, you know, back in the 70s and 80s and whatnot, I would always find a stray cat. Well, back then, me being a child and whatnot, and everybody would too, I would call them pussycats. And my family, they encouraged that, because they would go, yeah, look, honey, look, isn't that pussycat cute? There's a pussycat, blah, blah, blah. So see, I always looked at them as pussycats. So my dad tells me one day, he sits me down and says, son, I'm going to tell you something very important. In life, there's two things you never turn down. Free pussy, and he said, you never turn down free pussy, free money. So anyways, bottom line is, I'd be coming home from school and whatnot, and always finding strays, and I would always bring them home with me. And I know, we had dogs. I didn't want the cats and dogs fighting all the time, so I set them up a little home down in the basement, you know, and that's why I put them, you know. And see, my mom always thought that since I was a little kid, I I had a thing for eating cat food. And that's why I wanted her to think. And sometimes when we'd be sitting there at the table, I would have cat food in my hand and I'd actually eat it, you know. I mean, if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out all the way, you know. So I'm doing it, so therefore she knows nothing about the cat until one day we're having a problem with water heater, whatever you want to call it, you know, that it supplies and holds all the water and whatnot. Anyway, we've been having this trouble for a while, but it never got so severe that we had to go down and take care of it. But this time it was. So my mother goes outside, goes around the corner to open up the cellar door, basement door, or whatnot, cellar door, whatever you want to call them. Do the doors on the outside that you open up so you can go down into the basement, you know. And bada boom. Soon as she did, all these cats come flushing out, and whatnot, and whatnot, you know, and right in there, my mom, she knew. My aunt, my mother. Anyway, that's a long story in itself. Simple but long. But all these cats just come flushing out and whatnot, and she knew, and she yelled, "Hi!" Well, she said it so loud and so strong. That's how it sounded. "Hi!" So I go to my favorite tree and climb it. Cause I was a little kid, okay? And I felt safe in that tree. So she comes around and she knows where I'm at. She knows I'm in that tree. So she's down there on the ground and she's looking up at me like, okay, what's the deal with the cat? And I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about. Because in my household and whatnot, when I was just a little tired, little bitty kid, no knee-high, no taller than knee-high to a grasshopper. We never said we never go. They always referred to as pussycats. So when she said cat, I really was a little confused because I'm thinking, does she mean pussycat? So I'm going, what? And she goes, what's the deal with the pussycat? And I'm going, oh, okay. Well, Mommy, Daddy told me in life there's two things you never turn down. And she got this real serious look on her face like, and what would that be? I said, Mommy, Daddy told me two things in life you never turn down. Two things in life you never turn down. Free money and free pussy. They didn't have a home, they didn't have nowhere to go. And she looks at me and goes, okay. I'm gonna talk with your father just don't do it again. And I have no idea what she said to I have no idea what she said to Dad, because Dad never said what she said to him. But I can tell you this much. From that day forth, my dad never, ever, ever again gave me any advice whatsoever about anything after that day. You know, so yeah, so I can tell that by the timer. I can tell that I seem to be running out of time, so hook on with that course of sing zone. And remember, above all else, stay awesome, possum. You know it.